Welcome back to Let's Play Higurashi. Watanagashi. I don't know if that can pick up, but the reason I'm doing this right here, it's a theme that it's music that plays in the ants rock, so we won't hear it till then. I just got like a sustain pedal for my keyboard. You can't actually hear the sustain because I haven't got it plugged in. No sustain. I've got like some sustain options, but listen to this. That's just a little bit of sustain. With the sustain pedal though. Is it actually properly on? Yep. This reminds me of this one freaking amp lead that didn't work. I must have stepped on it a few times, too many, and it didn't work with the amp anymore. But I remember plugging it into my keyboard years ago, and it actually had the same effect with the sustain. And I like it because it really goes on quite a while there with the sustain. How did that one go? No. Shit, I forget how that one melody goes. I don't know how well it'll pick up over those damn Higurashi though. I like it. Try something different. Yeah, let's try one more and then we'll get actually to the clock, you know. Where is it? Completely different one incoming! It's a little melody from Final Fantasy VI, like the final boss. The only bit that I can play from it on the keyboard. It should sound a bit louder. Yeah, it's really loud. enough of that. Fucking 5 minutes of nothing. Let's get to the freaking point here. I always get carried away when I'm playing either guitar or keyboard, don't I? But to be fair, I haven't played keyboard in my videos in God knows how long now. So know what exactly? You know what exactly? I'll tell you what. Word of the bloody day. We gotta get out of the way as well. Oh, brains. Let's see. What to say? Planet. That is our word of the day. Let's get on with the plot. I was obliviously weaseling my way out of the question, but I wasn't lying. Honestly, I didn't really know what was going on. Why did Shion, the persona of Mion that she created, appear before me? Something was blinking up, but Rena paid it no heed. Oh, really? I wonder what it is then. I can never tell who's speaking, you know.
Oh, really? I wonder what it is then, Rena. When Michan is in a good mood, so is Rena. Oh, saying that she spread her arms wide and spun around happily. I didn't know why, but Rena was in a really good mood. It was so infectious that I had to smile too. Even the chirping of the cicada seemed joyful.
Can you imagine living in an area where you just hear this all the goddamn time? You'd be like, this frickin' cicadas got my frickin' nerves. They never shut the fuck up. But you see, Rena abruptly stopped spinning her expression and turned to a more someone. Oh. Again!
But you see, Michan, lately, she's been in a lot of pain.
What do you mean, pain? The thing that Rena was talking about probably wasn't visible.
At first she tried to pretend it wasn't a big deal, but like a wound, it began to fester and grow. Eventually she was no longer able to bear the pain and woke up in the middle of the night. And then she phoned Rena. Michan was crying.
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
What am I talking about, huh? What is Rena talking about? What?
Hey, don't play dumb like that. Just now, you said.
I don't know. Rena doesn't know anything. Oh.
Rena spun as she laughed innocently. Eventually, she appeared to get sick, stumbling as she steadied herself with her hand against the wall.
Oh, the room is spinning.
That was dumb. That's what you get for getting carried away and spinning like that.
Sorry, I think I feel sick.
Well, you know, spinning around like that would do that to you. I'll lend the dits that shoulders lean on. To be stumbling around like a newborn foal and to this age is actually quite a feat. Rena in a good mood only babbled incoherently after that. I laughed as I responded to and chided her. However, the chance to revisit that heavy topic Rena had brought up before never arrived. As soon as I got home, I tossed aside my school bag and changed in a hurry. The effects of only having a light lunch were starting to show as my stomach began to let out the growls. Alright, let's go to Angel Mort. It's time to face a land of endless desserts. Preparations for battle are complete. Tally-ho! Why tally-ho? Angel Mort had a decidedly different feel to it compared to yesterday. Dessert Festa today, admittance via reservation only. Nonetheless, the front of the store was being swarmed by over a dozen young men. Judging by how they were looking upwards in jealousy instead of entering the store, they weren't invitees. Why would they gallop here if they knew they couldn't get in? I don't know, maybe they're just hoping to, bribe someone. Just give me a ticket, man, I'll give you anything. I found out the answer when I passed through the crowd and began to climb the steps into the restaurant. Are you a participant? Do you have a ticket? Yeah, wow. I was lucky. As soon as I said that, I was immediately mobbed. It was like being in the middle of a football scrum on a crowded train. What is going on? The reason was this. It wasn't just one ticket per person. One ticket could let up to 4 people inside. So just like that, huh? It seemed like I should have invited Rena and the others. Thanks for the tip. Well, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. With an uplifting smile, I turned and ignored them. When I did, their arms all reached out at once like the souls of the damned seeking support. That ticket could have been up to 4 people. Please bring us with you. What selfish people. This was the only reason they were crowded in front of the restaurants. Dozens of wretched arms reaching out for me like the teeth on a giant and grasped at the air. I was already climbing upstairs to the entrance. What a heartless dick! Grab him! By the dick! Wait, no, not that. This isn't something to joke about. I flew up the rest of the stairs and threw myself inside the restaurant. It was like I had entered a different world. The miserable throng of the damned hurled curses at me from the other side of the glass door. You know what I find weird? It's like they're always going on about like this being like, you know, all young males coming into here. But that clearly looks like a woman sitting there, and that might be a woman as well. Maybe even back there. I don't know. It just seems like, and it's not even filled up. But no, it's because it's a screenshot. You know, well, not a screenshot. It's a photo that's been posterized or whatever the hell the effect is. But inside of this completely soundproofed and air-conditioned restaurant, is the angelic smile of a waitress to welcome me. There were nothing more than a refreshing piece of cinema. I knew that I shouldn't laugh, but I began to let out a sinister cackle. Good afternoon, welcome to Angel Mort. Due to today's special desserts, Festa restaurant is reserved for customers who won a draw. Could I ask for your name and ticket? I don't have a ticket, but I should be on the guest list. My bara. There it is. I'm sorry, but may I please have your full name? Keiichi my bara. My apologies for the inconvenience. You're here by special invitation, right? I'll show you to your seat. Please, this way. The mood inside the room was incredibly heated. The booths were packed to the brim. Yeah, look how packed they are. Just like, they're invisible, okay? Just invisible. Men in their prime were stuffing their faces with dainty desserts that didn't suit them at all. It was a rather unnerving spectacle. Soon after I was shown to my seat, Shion arrived. Good afternoon. Welcome to Angel Mort. Hey, Shion. Thanks so much for today. Really appreciate it. You're a bit late, so I was getting worried. I'm really happy you came, though. It may have been because all the customers were around that her tone was less casual, but she still capped off that welcome with her usual brilliant smile. As you can see, there's a lot of customers here today. I'm not sure I'll be able to take a break. Please take your time and relax until I'm finished. When I'm done, let's go play somewhere, okay? Whispering just a last pouring into my ears, Shion winds and returns to the kitchen. Maybe it was because the mood in the restaurant was so heated, but Shion seemed a bit bolder. Even a small change in her mannerisms was enough to set my heart aflutter. Sorry to keep you waiting. While I was overwhelmed by the atmosphere inside the restaurant, the orders from the new summer menu were carried out one after another. Every single one was extravagantly huge. I get it, you can eat all of these amazing things for free. No wonder it was worth its weight in gold. Why the extra E on free? Because it's free E. On top of that, all of it was plenty delicious. Some dishes were a general appeal to insane ones aimed at a specific audience. There were absolutely no gaps in their repertoire. No matter how you look at it, I don't think one person can eat this much. Well, let's just leave it at that for now. Didn't feel relaxing here at all.
properly because the fervor inside the restaurant was clearly abnormal. All the elbows seats were crammed with groups of four. Sleazy men were gorging like pigs on cutely decorated desserts, and it wouldn't have been a surprise if they started licking the plates. It was more than a little unsettling. I piqued my interest, so I started listening in on their conversation, and what things I heard. Angel Mort, so more. I bought my ticket for 70,000 yen on redacted auctions. Angel works that eyes attending a relative's funeral. The uniforms here are great. I wonder if the waitress would wipe it for me if I spill some water on my pants, right? Meow. Yeah, I can see what Keiichi means with it. It's like, meow meow. I heard they're planning on selling Angel Mort figures. We'll have to pay heed to the next Wonder Festival. They sell used Angel Mort uniforms on the 4th floor in Akiba. But these cost 280,000. There's an absurd price. Animal costs 80,000. When Brava closed down, the going rate for theirs was 12,000. There's the price for used ones. Knockoffs are less than half of that. Knockoff from Redacted is fine with me. I wonder if they'll start selling them. Then I'll put it on my life-size figure I did buy off a Redacted for several hundred thousands. Is this supposed to be not grammatically correct with the freaking wording there on purpose or what? That does not sound grammatically correct. I'll put it on mine life size. Should be on mine, not mine. If I can wake up every day to an Angel Mort from Angel, that's already get my gears going. The words spilling out of their mouths with pretty much all incomprehensible jargon. I don't know, maybe it is deliberate then, if it is all incomprehensible jargon and all that. But they still keenly conveyed that hidden behind them was an invisible aura of abnormality. Sorry to keep you waiting. The next dessert is tropical cinnamon love affair. Is something the matter? Just kind of different inside a restaurant today. Our restaurant is pretty famous in their circles. Well, we were aiming for that, so it's all well and good. But during Festas there's something of the more hardcore crowd, so it can be a handful. The waitress informed me quietly with her eyes smile. The customers seem rather riled up, almost like a pack of hyenas. Seems a lot of the customers today come from unreasonably far away. Those types of people are fairly prone to losing their self-control, so it's a little scary. If you don't keep your guard up, something bad can happen. What did she mean by keep your guard up? That moment a large crash resounded through the room. I turned around and startled to see that a waitress had fallen down and spilled the order she was carrying right onto a customer. Wait, isn't that Shion? I'm so sorry. Your food is, Oh, what have you done? The jeans I bought at a certain special shop for a while. For a whole. 1,800 yen are all sticky with frosting. And then he pants in the sing-song way. What the fuck? What the hell is that? Somebody who just met with a disaster. He seemed awfully happy. Well, you freaking heard what they were saying, right? It's like, oh yes. Oh, whatever will you do? Will you clean them for me? Since you are you're supposed to serve us. How tragic it seems that little Miss Waitress here will have to wipe it from the bottom of her heart. The conversation suddenly veered off in an odd direction. Or odd erection, you could say. Ha 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 ha. No. Hey, what did he say? Wipey? Did he want Shion to wipe him down? Right over that, obviously, the potentially had pitched over its crotch. Okay? Erection is the right word then. Jesus Christ. But that is, Wipey.
Wipey-chan quickly spread throughout the room. Wipey just sounds so stupid. It's like something to expect a kid to say in there. Wipey. Totally cornered, Shion went pale. She looked to her eventually more experienced waitress for help. It was only met with a head shaking out of pity. Sonozaki-san was tripped. Customers who do that to purposely get their clothes dirty have been on the rise lately. So you're saying she's tripped. Then what happened just now? It wasn't an accident, it was on purpose. Regular girls are careful about it, so they definitely won't end up like that. But Sonozaki-san is only a seasonal hire, so she had her guard down. The customers today could easily pick up on that, so she's been targeted since this morning. What the fuck, man? What's the manager doing? You should just kick those thugs out. We're in the service industry, so there's not much we can do about it. She laughed as she said that in a resigned tone. Shion trembled uncontrollably with a dishcloth in her hands as she turned bright red. The man who had been dousing in frosting flailed out on the bench, putting the cream-covered tent over his crotch in full display. Have you no shame? Have you no respect, man? Somebody punch him in his erect penis. That'll teach him. Still mentally unprepared, her trembling hand inched forward, goaded on by onlookers. Come! Come! Oh, you want this so appropriate. It is the time for the wipey! Jesus Christ, these guys. From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could just smile wryly at, but from a young woman's point of view, that was obviously pure humiliation. What's up with that? From my male point of view, it might have been a ridiculous spectacle I could have just smiled wryly at. No, would that count as sexual harassment? I mean, they're doing it on purpose. I don't know. Definitely not right, is it? But you will not allow it! Remember, Keiichi! But I was trapped by those thugs and had been paralyzed with fear. Shion fearfully stood up to them and saved me. Remember what she said, that if she were ever in trouble, you would come to her aid. Still, as humiliating as it was, Shion was also partly to blame for this, and it wasn't as though her life was at stake, right? How's she to blame for it? Even these guys, who were just going to jeer at her in a bit of a lewd situation. It's not like they were going to eat Shion alive or anything. It'd be alright if I just consoled her afterwards. Even I was scared, but Keiichi was in trouble, so I had to be brave and do my best. When I, a man, was being assailed by three thugs while paralyzed with fear, Shion saved me without a second thought. What about now? These sleazy, filthy degenerates were trying to pin the blame on Shion. This time our roles were reversed. Hey, Keiichi Maibara, if you don't save her now, when will you be able to repay the debt you owe her? You scared, Keiichi Maibara? At that time, Mion didn't even show a hint of hesitation. Then what about now? I'm not hesitating. Then what? If you're not hesitating, then why aren't you helping her? Now resign yourself to your fate! Shut up, you greasy fat ass! Get out of here before I get angry! I grasped Shion's shoulder firmly and pulled her behind me. Keiichi-chan! Seems you don't understand. The waitress was the one who wet my pants! What the fuck? Why is he speaking this way? This is her punishment. It's she did not understand. Yonder waitress was the one who wet mine pants. This is her punishment. The one who needs punishing is you. Enough with the empty words. If you're a man, talk with your fists. My body was lifted in the air like nothing. I was thrown right back into my own seat. This guy is strong. No matter how you look at it, athletic and this latte aren't even in the same area code. Many a talker who are unexpectedly well versed in some obscure martial art don't be underestimating us. The man smirked, showing off his gum line. I Hey Chad, are you okay? Chad, how lame must I look right now? You were tripped, weren't you, Shion? They're the ones in the wrong here, so don't let them take advantage of you.
Maybe, but it was still my fault.
Whoa! One more time! Let's do wow! Cha! On you go, thinking that is enough to make me give up. One more time! You're all talk. Why, that laugh is reserved for Satoko, man. I'm not done yet. Rise, my will to fight. Not just running, I planted every one of my steps. Planted firmly as I closed the distance of the loud ball. Each time I ripped my foot off the air, I could feel my burning spirit flare up from the point of impact. Everything slowed down like I was walking underwater. As I stepped forward in a vicious flow of time, I calmly measured the gap between us. With our difference in height, reach was my ultimate advantage. There was an ever so tiny distance between us where only my punch would be able to reach. I unleashed my iron fist of righteous anger, but it flew towards his face slowly like I was punching underwater. Reacting to that with a smirk on his face, the fat so easily slipped inside of my punch. So he's a fat ass, but he also can fight. Well, that does happen. But still, I hadn't realized it until now, but in this married time I was able to observe his baffling counterattack with almost painful clarity. His arm slowly swung around in a large windmill motion, wrapped around my whiffed punch, and descended in an arc. That arm swung around like the arms of a clock, and came into contact with my head, twisting my upper body around. Dragging my head along, he followed through with another rotation. This time he rotated his entire body like a top, followed by another rotation. Combining defense and offense, it was a brilliant counter. That's right, 3 times I was thrown out of 3 rotations, I think. Why does he keep going for a punch if he knows he's gonna get countered every time? I mean, if he did a kick, it wouldn't really do much, and probably in a closed space as well, I guess. In this vicious region of time, I was unable to struggle, and I could only wait dumbstruck until the moment I was thrown. The moment I was, that sluggish temporal anomaly abruptly ended. Clash! You lack training, young man. I was loath to admit it, but against somebody trained in martial arts, I couldn't win through force of will alone. Lame! After my consciousness faded in a wave of dizziness, when I came to, I was lying down in my own seat. How do you lie down? Oh, wait. They got those type of seats, so I guess you could lie down there. Thankfully you weren't hurt, injured. A more experienced waitress from before wiped the sweat from my brow with a towel. While she was doing that, a red-faced and teary-eyed Shion trudged over. Are you okay? Doing that all for my sake. I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. I wasn't much help. I never want to fight before. You know, I can't remember the last time I was ever in a fight. It was obviously when I was a lot younger, still a kid. That's a time where you're more likely to get into fights, really, isn't it? Like with my brother a lot, we were typical kind of growing up. That was just like, he'd wind me up and we'd always end up fighting. He'd always do that. It always got on my nerves. I remember, my way of fighting against him usually was to freaking get the arm right behind the back, twist, and then just I don't know. I've never been one to actually, go for a direct punch or anything like that. I feel like when I would fight people, it was most like in a defensive way. It's just like to kind of wear them down. Or, just keep them away, I guess. Like loads of kicks where I have no intent of hitting, and elbows and shit like that. But I just remember the twisting of the arm. And there's one time when my brother really pissed me off and I smashed my freaking elbow right into his back. That must have hurt like a bitch. But yeah, I don't think I'm really all that good at fighting either, really. I remember this one time when I was a kid. I can't remember it all that much, but I apparently stopped a fight between a bunch of kids around my age or like a year younger. Like going up to like the leader of like the one who's like starting this whole fight or wherever. I can't quite remember it at all, but apparently I just punched him in the face and I put a stop to it. So I guess technically I might have won a fight before, I guess. I've been punched in the face as well. I mean, seriously, who does that? Well, I just said that, didn't I? I can't remember where I punched him in the face. But actually, I have punched someone in the face outside as well. So never mind. But seriously, a punch in the face hurts, man. But again, it's like, depending on how you go about the punch, it just ends up hurting both, isn't it? Like, oh, my face, and the other person will be like, oh, my fucking fist, I think it broke my wrist. Oh, you're just trying to help, you're just trying to help make me happy. Not joking. I'm not joking. Just that I was thinking that it was lucky Keiichi came here today. But she stuck her tongue out easily. She wiped off the whipped cream with the watch cup she was holding in her hands. Sonazaki-san, you can take your break now. You still have 1 or 2 hours left, don't you? No, it's fine. Even though it's just part-time, it's still a paying job. I want to work properly while I'm on the clock. So really, you don't have to worry about me. She couldn't even put up a brave front. I would never even think for a second that Mion could be that weak. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of martial law in Tekken 4, his ending movie. He like opens up a restaurant and like these customers who are just like slagging off his food. He's like, this food's awful. And like he just walks up to him just like, what's wrong with the food? He's like, it's awful. And they just keep bad mouthing in his face. They uppercuts this one guy and he beats the shit out of all the customers and just fucking ends up like going out of business as a result. But it's just like, it's so amusing. Just like, you do not want to piss off a martial artist. And you know, in this case it was the reverse situation. Keiichi picked a fight with some fat guy who happened to know martial arts, rather than it being some idiot slagging off. Well, that's a different scenario, really. It was more of standing up for someone. The one I'm just mentioning there is more of just like, hey, my food's good, you bastards. I know, I just thought that. It's kind of random. Could have been another second that Mion could be that weak. Wait, I would never even think for a second that Mion could be that weak. This was Shion, and she had been harassed by some unreasonable riffraff. That was reality. Keiichi, don't mind me. Please eat as much dessert as you can. When you're done, we'll have you fill out a survey. Well then, I've got to get back to the floor. After some consoling words and a sympathetic smile to Shion, the other waitress started to head back to work. That's where I stopped her. Excuse me, could I borrow your phone? The phone? It's by the register. I'll show you where. Ah, yeah, I remember this now.